back, everybody. I can't believe it's week 3 already of our Junk Journal, July Junk Journal Challenge 2025, run by Leigh at Leigh Creates. And before we hit today's prompt, I really just want to say a really big thank you to all of those who have been following my videos and have subscribed and left comments and I've had conversations with. The reason I run this channel is connection with other people. We live really rurally. That can be quite isolating, and so your comments and your conversations with me really do mean the world to me, so thank you very much. All right, let's get on. Today's prompt is worn. I had quite a big think about this actually, and the thing that I kept coming back to was like an item of clothing that had been worn. And some time ago, we'd had a young lady staying with us for a while, and she'd been helping us out around the property. And when she left, she said, "Jane, I'm throwing these jeans away, but knowing you'll probably want them to use." And I went, "Yeah, of course I do, thank you very much." So these are some very worn jeans, and I'm going to take the pocket off and do something with it today. As yet, I'm not sure what, but that's where I'm going to start. So I'm going to unpick this. I'll come back and hopefully have some idea by then of what I'm going to do with it. Right, so I've taken that pocket off. I was going to unpick it, and then I realised that if I did that, I would lose all this really cool classic orangey yellow stitching, which is so kind of, traditional on jeans. So what I did was I actually cut around it, but I was really conscious of the bulk. So what I've then done is to come around and cut this piece from the inside, just to try and reduce some of that bulk. I've actually got some lovely, as a result, I've got some lovely frayed bits here, which I'm going to leave. Now, what I am conscious of is that this pocket is a bit bigger than my journal. So I've got to think about what I'm going to do and where I'm going to attach it. That is quite a strong, sturdy page. But I also have the inside of my cover here. And the only other place that I think might be suitable is right at the back here. But I'm concerned about the amount of bulk and then trying to fold things in. So I think that my cover here is going to be, inside of my cover here is going to be the best place. So I'm going to have a little fiddle around and see how I can fit this on and what I can do with it. I think I am going to keep it in the theme of a pocket, because that's what it is. But I need to find some way, as I say, to fit that on the page and make it a bit more interesting. So I'm going to have a fiddle and I'll be back. Alright, so as you saw, I left that to dry underneath a book with a bit of a weight on, and we now have 2 pockets. Really interestingly, that first glue that I used, which was actually a super glue, didn't stick the denim at all, which I was a little bit surprised about. But I picked up this little bottle the other day just to try, and this came from Warehouse Stationery, which is a shop we have here in New Zealand, and it's a silicone craft and hobby glue. It says it's acid free. I picked up a little one just to try, but actually it's really good, and when I get the opportunity to go back into that shop, I'm going to see if they've got a bigger one. But I guess any kind of silicone craft glue would do the same job. But anyway, that stuck it. So whilst that was sort of setting, I had a rummage through my stash of tags, and I've pulled out a few tags here, which I think will go. I've got a couple of bases here that I might just add some bits to, and excuse me, and these are 2 little ATCs which were sent to me last year by a lady called Tasha, and this was part of a swap organised through the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists group, and I'll put a link below there on Facebook. So I'm going to pop those in because I think that they look, you know, they have got that sort of worn look about them, and they go quite nicely. They're just the right size in there, and I think I might do something with a couple of these just to pop in this bottom pocket here. And the other thing I've pulled out is a bit of orange sari silk, which definitely got a bit of a worn look, so I might use that. And of course I've pulled off our little tag for the day. So I'll spend a couple of moments or a few minutes on these, give these a bit more of a worn look, and then we'll see what we're going to put in there. Alright, so there we go guys for today. We have the prompt of worn, and I have used an old worn pocket from a pair of jeans, created 2 pockets or tuck spots with that, and I have some little ATCs that were gifted to me, along with some tags that I have made today to go in here. So I hope that has been inspirational for you. The start of week 3 done and dusted. There we go. We'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow's prompt is scribble or doodle. Now I have something quite fun in mind for this, so check back tomorrow and see what we're doing. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Ka kite anō.